What's going on, everyone? Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and subscribe to our YouTube. All you have to do is search 3-Man Wrestling Podcast, and you'll have instant access to all things 3MWP. We thank you for your support.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the 3-Man Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Steven, and I'm hanging out here with my pals. I haven't even said hi to them yet because we're in a bit of a rush tonight.
Yes, we are.
If I sound like I'm talking fast. So what's up, guys? How are you?
What's up?
How's the party?
Ready to talk about some Raw?
Hell yeah.
Last Raw before WrestleMania, guys. Excited? Did it live up to what it should have been?
No, absolutely not.
Chris, what did you think?
It was okay.
Okay. All right. Well, this okay episode of Raw started with a nice little Q&A slash, I don't know, press conference type thing.
A hype conference.
With Triple H and Stephanie and Kurt and Ronda Rousey. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey, I should say, because they're not related. But so Jonathan Coachman mediated this thing.
As you should, because you used to work at ESPN and used to do a bunch of interviews, so you help you mediate.
I'm calling it a thing because I'm not exactly sure what it was. They said it was a Q&A, but they only really asked like one question from a fan. And it really wasn't a press conference because there wasn't press. So I'm just going to call it a thing. There was tables and a podium and 4 people talking. I did notice right away Triple H doesn't have a tan yet. So
yeah, that was unfortunate.
So I don't think he's gotten it yet for WrestleMania. We'll see.
No, he's saving up for the night. He's saving up for the night before.
Probably.
He'll
probably be tan at NXT.
Yeah.
But right away he's like, "Hey Kurt, I have a question for you." He says that he asked, "How do you feel that they all care about Ronda but not you?" And Kurt Angle, as always, looks very flustered about everything. That dude, he can't say things.
Yeah, he has a really tough time cutting promo. And
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know if it's his series of injuries throughout wrestling the past, 20 years or something, but he really has a tough time. He's better than Mick Foley, but he has the same kind of issues in terms of talking on the mic.
Yeah, there's a lot of good memes coming from him messing up all the time, though, which is pretty great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, they went back and forth a bit, the set of 4. Pretty basic stuff. Ronda kept saying she's going to tap out Steph. Kurt hypes her up a lot. Triple H said something about a Whopper. No, he was just really confused at what Kurt was doing, and he said, "That's even a Whopper for you, Kurt." And so I made a really cool video of Triple H holding a Whopper when he said that.
They used to be endorsed by Burger King, or they were for a little bit?
I'm sure they were at some point. But now I don't.
I remember seeing the Burger King man, and I was terrified of him.
Then there was a Q&A, like I alluded to. Stephanie's like, "It's not if we win, it's when we win. The whole locker room is going to learn to respect the authority." And I got PTSD from
all those years,
4 years ago, where they would just start every show with a 25-minute promo about how Daniel Bryan is a B-plus player and how everyone else sucks and Randy Orton's great and so is Seth Rollins and Kane wearing a suit. Chris, you're lucky you missed that.
Yeah, you really are.
Because Kane wore a suit.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Corporate Kane, probably the worst version of Kane.
What'd he do?
He was like a weird hitman. Like he would just like Triple H would be like, "You do this for me or you're fired."
He was kind of Seth Rollins' babysitter for a while.
Yeah, he would go out and like destroy people, and because otherwise he would get fired. And he just wore a suit while he did it and just looked really out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs a mask.
Yeah, he does.
Well, Steph had his mask in a case, so she could control him.
That's so stupid.
Well, speaking of Steph, she says, "This one's all on you, Ronda. When you lose, we all know how you handle those losses," which we know. She gets very close to a ledge and almost jumps off every time because she does not like losing. But like we've said before, this isn't really MMA or the Olympics. It's predetermined. So I think she'll be fine if she loses. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is her first match, so I'm pretty sure going into it, she's going to win. But I'm just saying, like, I think later on she's not going to mind losing. Because it'll be, okay, you're going to lose. All right.
But Ronda had one really good line that the crowd really liked and I liked. Ronda asked Steph if she's righty or lefty, to which Stephanie said, I think, lefty? Well, anyway, she says, I just wanted to know because I still want you to be able to sign my checks after I rip your arm off. And the crowd went pretty crazy. That was really good.
That was good.
She's still working on the delivery of lines because she kind of paused halfway through.
She's so awkward.
She'll get better as time goes on. Like I said, she keeps on doing, like, the pauses because the crowd's so into her that she does that, like, awkward smile stuff. She just needs to get
She's
to the
starstruck,
point.
you're saying?
Yeah. Like, she's still
Flattered.
flattered. What is it? This is her, what, 5th weekend? 4th week?
Well, Royal Rumble was what? Like 6 weeks?
Yeah.
6 or 7
But I'm saying, like,
weeks,
her
so.
being on TV consistently is, like, 4 weeks, let's just say. So, I mean, she should still be flattered, but I'm saying she still needs to get to the point quicker. Get flattered in the beginning and then address everything right after. And not do those awkward
fair.
kind of pauses.
Fair point. So after they talk a bunch, Jonathan Coachman says that they're going to do a face-off. And they're going to do it classy, unlike the UFC and boxing, where they always get into fights and stuff and push and shove each other. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's actually WWE that usually ends up throwing someone through a table, which
Usually.
comes into play here. Kurt and Triple H shake hands, but Ronda refuses to shake Stephanie's hand, and they get in each other's face, and Kurt has to go and separate them, to which Triple H takes exception and boops him in the back of the head with the microphone,
That was so ridiculous.
which launched him out of the ring.
So stupid.
And then Ronda grabs Triple H's neck and has him in a compromised position, but then Stephanie grabs her from behind and suplexes her through a table. So Ronda already taking table bumps. Look at her. I don't think that's her first bump and through a table. So that's cool. That means Kurt and Ronda are definitely winning on Sunday because Triple H and Stephanie got the upper hand here. So good for them. I think we knew that was going to happen anyway, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It was interesting. I would have liked if it was a little less than 25 minutes, I think it went. Because, again, PTSD from Triple H and Steph a few years ago. Taking over the TV time always.
I just hate
But-
it. They brought up the authority again. Just put that in the past. Like, I
I
don't
don't
want
know.
to see that again.
What do you think? I know we've read rumors that this might main event. What do you think? Do you think it's going to main event WrestleMania? Ronda Rousey's first match.
I don't think they don't really do co-main events. They technically
They say
kinda
they do, but, like, it's hard with us because they'll put, like, an important match first,
yeah.
and then they'll do... I don't know.
I think it's going to be like it's going to be towards the end of the night, probably one of the last 4 matches. I don't know if it's going to be a main event, but I think AJ and Shinsuke should be talked about as a main event.
They should, but
Roman Brock is the other main
Roman
event.
and Brock is
Yeah.
they're the main event. I would admit that's
Yeah.
what they keep saying. But
Yeah,
it's what Vince decides the day of. I'm pretty sure he decided the day of last year that Undertaker and Roman were the main event. So when everyone thought it was Goldberg,
yeah,
right? Goldberg and Roman. No, Goldberg and Brock.
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, yeah, it all depends, but I think best case is that because it could main event because the ending shot could be really cool with Ronda and Kurt.
Nah, it's got to be Roman holding up that title,
But
bro.
that's what I'm saying. It's a cool idea, but I think the end of the night shot is going to be Roman holding the title, which is why I don't think it's going to be the main event.
and
that-
Carmella cashes in on Roman. Why not?
That'd be hilarious.
We're progressive now. We could do that. Intergender matches. After that was a women's match. Bailey versus Sonya Deville. As the plot thickens on the Bailey and Sasha stuff heading into the women's Royal Rumble on Sunday.
Are you guys actually into that?
Which what? The Rumble, the Battle Royal.
No, like Sasha and Bailey.
He
The
is.
storyline.
Yeah.
I'm interested in it,
Why?
but I don't know. I like both of them, and I think they were both stagnant for a little while. So to give them actually something to do is is good going forward. But the problem is that since WrestleMania is so stacked, they don't have a spot, so it just gets pushed, unfortunately, to the Battle Royal until future events. I'm more interested in for it later on than I am for right now. I think it's going to turn out really good if they keep it up, but unfortunately, they planned it like with WrestleMania so stacked. If it would have been great if they planned it with the intention of having them have a WrestleMania match, but they just wanted another interesting storyline going into the Battle Royal, keep people interested in it. So,
which we'll talk about more in a bit. I have a note here about it, but in this match, Bayley versus Sonya, commentary was put in over Sonya Deville a lot, saying she's viewed as a future champ amongst the company, which is, I don't know, if I had to pick one of the two from the group
from Absolution
that could actually that can currently wrestle, that should be getting pushed, it's her.
Yeah.
Because Mandy Rose, while she's a decent wrestler, has some time to grow and has some kinks to, work out before she gets at. If this was like 2000, she'd already be champion.
Oh, Mandy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt, yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
But it's not, so
I mean,
it's a good thing.
Yeah, I said a few weeks ago that I've been really impressed with how much Sonya has developed as a wrestler. So I think she has a bright future ahead of her if she keeps the trend going forward. So
yeah, and they got a decent amount of time in this match. They put on a pretty entertaining match. The finish was Sonya went for her finish, which is kind of just like a kick type deal.
It's like a kick to the side of the head.
Yeah, she's an MMA fighter, or used to be rather. But Bayley ducks that, gets a roll up, 1, 2, 3, and Absolution ambushes her right after. Predictable, because that's what they do. But Sasha comes out to even the odds, help out Bayley. But the twist is Sasha, after she helps her, says, "Raise my hand, because I helped you." So it wasn't because she wanted the credit. Again, Sasha has the ego. They always talk about how she has her ego. But Bayley said she could have handled herself. She would have figured it out. But Absolution attacked both of them, and they both got laid out. So maybe that counts Absolution out for the Battle Royal because they stood tall. Yeah. We're going to go off the common theories. That would mean they're not winning the match, but we never know. After that, there was an Asuka hype video, pretty basic stuff, talking about her streak. One thing I liked that they pointed out was she's only the 7th person ever, and obviously the first woman, because there's only one women's Royal Rumble so far. She is the 7th person to be a sole survivor at Survivor Series and a Royal Rumble winner. So that's cool. I think Randy Orton has been one. I forget the other names. So good company for her.
John Cena won?
Royal Rumble? Yeah, he's won.
He's won a Royal Rumble, but I'm pretty sure he was a sole survivor in the same.
Probably. It's John Cena.
Yeah, it is John Cena. It's a good name to shoot out.
After that, what I was excited for, which was advertised last week, was Finn versus Seth Rollins.
Oh my God.
Again, they put on a really good match. These two, they did. I thought it was a really good match.
Why?
But I have one issue, and it's not them in this match. It was Miz on commentary, because all he did was talk about his kid, and it was really distracting. I get it. You have a kid now. I'm happy for you. Everyone's happy for you. You're a dad. I'm sure it's a great feeling, but it's distracting. And they kept cutting to him on commentary for long periods of time with the camera, not just the audio.
Maybe that's the point. To take
maybe I'm just butthurt, but if they're putting on a really great match in the ring, and all he wants to do is talk about his kid, which again I get it. It's almost like he was trying to come off as a face on commentary when he's the heel in this situation. And I don't know.
He's trying to take the light away from them.
I get it, but again, it was distracting. I think you could save that for another situation.
You can save it for Total Divas, technically.
Total Divas.
When he does his
they have their own show now.
Oh, they do have their own show.
Miz and Maurice.
Yeah, he could talk about it on that.
They have their own show on the USA Network.
No, I'm fine with him talking about it, but if it goes on too long, it kind of, like you said, it did get kind of frustrating because you want to see this match, not you want to hear what's corresponding with this great match, not Miz talking about being a father.
Yeah, I mean, Finn and Seth are my two favorites on Raw, so it's hard not to think every match they have is great, but they have good chemistry.
Yeah.
Every match they've had together, whether it be the Universal title match a few years back or their match a couple weeks ago on Raw as well, they have good chemistry. This might be the match after WrestleMania at Backlash for the IC title if things go as I think they will now that Miz is a father. But it was a good match. Couple notes. Finn actually kicked out of Seth's knee. I don't think anyone's ever kicked out of that yet. So there's that. Finish was Seth almost hitting the curb stomp, which he narrowly escaped. Finn narrowly escaped. Finn went for a roll-up, kicked out, and then Seth did hit the curb stomp. He got the win. Seth, sorry, bud. Looks like you're not being an Intercontinental Champion after WrestleMania because you won on Raw.
Yeah. Odds are not looking good, but weird things have happened before, so.
But yeah, now that Miz is a father, I said it last week. I think that, I thought he might retain at WrestleMania, but now it looks like he'll probably lose, take some time off, and come back, reclaim his title, go on to be the longest reigning champion ever, Intercontinental Champion. So, all right, what do you guys think?
I think that's a possibility. I think we talked about it before. I know that the original due date for Mrs. Kid was the day of Mania.
I think day before.
Or day before Mania. So we knew that there was a chance that he was going to leave. I think that's what's probably going to happen. He wants to be there, obviously, for Maurice and his new kid. So, yeah, I think there's a solid chance he leaves for a little while, probably like a couple months, come back, get a huge pop, and then whoever's the IC title goes for the whoever's the IC title, he'll come back and say, I want to claim it and become the longest reigning.
Right.
So it should be interesting going into Mania and see what they actually end up doing.
Chris, I don't think you like any of the competitors in this segment, so.
I thought didn't you say you liked Seth a little while ago?
I do. I was saying how I was tired of him losing, but
he
he
won.
won. But then he's going to lose again. So, here we go. Thanks, Seth.
Hey, man. That match is going to be good. I'm looking forward to that triple threat.
It's going to be great. If those two, Seth and Finn, put on a match like they did on Raw, and you add The Miz, who's also a fantastic worker, that match is going to be insane.
Should be a good time. Yeah. And it won't be on the pre-show.
No.
Speaking of the pre-show, we did get confirmation of what matches will be on the pre-show. The 2 Battle Royals. This will be taking place the second hour of the pre-show, the hour before the actual pay-per-view starts, which you could watch with us on our live stream starting at 6 o'clock, which is when these matches will start.
Live stream.
So you could get our reactions to that. So we'll have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the women's WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal.
Until they come up with the new Memorial Battle Royal for next year.
What happened to the old name?
We're not going to talk about it. And
they listen to our prayers. That's what happened.
And the Cruiserweight Championship match will also be on the pre-show, which
is a little disappointing.
Disappointing, but I think expected at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was bummed out, but Randy Orton's not going to be on the pre-show.
No.
It's Randy Orton.
Yeah.
He could do what he wants.
Andy Norton, my man.
Yeah.
It's RKO's people.
He does. We'll talk about that on Smackdown. On our Smackdown episode, which you could listen to after this. Or tomorrow, depending on when you're listening to it. Next, we had Paul Heyman and Kurt Angle backstage. Kurt pulls Paul aside. Obviously, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are in the building tonight. We've seen what's happened in the past couple weeks. Lots of chairs, punches, assaults.
Superman.
You name it.
Near-death experiences. Everything has been involved.
Kurt says, it's important. We got to keep the main event intact. If you can't be saying anything about Roman Reigns, that is going to incite him, quote unquote, to come out and attack Brock. But because Kurt says, I don't want Roman Reigns hurting Brock, which Paul Heyman just starts dying laughing at because we have no reason to believe Roman Reigns can hurt Brock Lesnar yet, because every time they've touched each other in this build, Brock has literally just murdered Roman Reigns for several minutes.
Wasn't he in the hospital last time?
Not last time, the one before that, where he was handcuffed. So, last time wasn't as bad. But yeah, so that was that. After that, we had a really fun segment. I really enjoyed this between Braun and the bar.
You enjoyed that?
I did. I thought it was fun. So Braun, he says, obviously, we still don't know who his tag team partner is for WrestleMania or if he will even have one, but he's supposed to have one. That's what Kurt Angle said. He has to pick someone to be his partner. But he says he doesn't play well with others. Everyone knows that. He doesn't really. He just has these hands. He doesn't need anyone. He's got these hands. But he says, I have one. I got one. I got one. So, and he's like, he doesn't like what you guys were saying about him. He's talking to the bar now. But he said he'll come out. You can find out who my partner is, but you have to have a match with them right now. So they're like, Sheamus is like, no, normally I wouldn't do this, but it's worth it. I want to know who we're facing on Sunday. So Braun's like, I'm going to go get him, but I'm just warning you, he's a lot like me. So he goes back. I think everyone was a little confused because why would he have to go back when the person could just come out? So Braun's music hits again, and Braun Strowman comes out, but it wasn't. It was Braun Strowman. It was his brother, I guess.
Super corny.
He said that Braun said that Braun is his brother. Obviously, Braun said that they're a lot alike, so I guess maybe they're twins. I don't know. We didn't know that he had a twin brother. So Braun is going to have a match with Sheamus. But then, plot twist, the glasses and shirt come off. It's Braun Strowman.
No way.
Corey Graves was shocked. He said, oh my God, it's Braun. I love Corey Graves.
He's great.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
He's tight.
But the bar just attacked. There was no match. The bar attacked, but Braun fended them off. He beat them up. So Braun stood tall technically.
I don't think he needs a partner.
We'll see.
Nah, he doesn't.
Because he doesn't have one yet. So we're
It
gonna
should have been revealed. That's one of the things that should have happened.
Yeah,
on
they're
Monday.
leaving a lot of surprises for
Yes.
Sunday. We have the Undertaker thing, which we'll
You
talk
don't
about
like
in a
surprises?
few minutes. No, I love surprises.
But-
I don't mind it, but I thought, like Alex said, we probably should have gotten
At least one.
Yeah, this
At
or
least
the
one.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
But we didn't get
Any.
either. So I don't know. Who do you guys? We talked about this last week. Who would you say right now? Who do you think? If obviously, don't say that he's not going to have one, but if there was going to be one, who should it be?
Elias.
It's not going to be Elias.
Elias is focused on the
Elias.
Battle Royal. I've been trying to think of
No.
who it could be.
Elias isn't in the Battle
No, he's
Royal.
not in the Battle Royal.
The latest thing was he's going to have a segment with The Rock.
Ah,
Oh, because
So like a sing-off type thing,
that'd be cool.
and maybe a little match, like
okay.
Eric Rowan. But I don't know. The odds are it's like a 99% chance The Rock is there. He has his movie coming out in a few weeks, the video game movie.
Rampage.
Yeah. So he's got to promote that. But it's like a 25-1 odds that he has a match. So I don't think there's going to be a match, but he's going to have a segment, which some people would say is for Elias is better than having a match. So good for him.
Yeah. I really don't know. I mean, it was funny that I don't know if we were going to talk about it now, but the Kurt Hawkins
Oh, that was
thing in the
really
back.
good. We could talk about it now.
Which after the match or a little bit after
Yeah, it was a
cuts,
couple, like a half hour or so after.
yeah. Braun's walking in the back, and Kurt Hawkins comes up and says, "Hey, I know you need a tag team
he's
partner."
been campaigning on social media to have Braun pick him. So
He said, "Hey, I need you to be my tag. You're looking for one.
this could be. He's like, this could be a big break for me.
Yeah, this could be a big break for me. So Braun's like, well, I don't know what to do. You haven't been doing well. He said, come on, this could be a
He
big break
said,
for
"What's
me."
your win-loss
Yeah,
record?"
yeah, what's your win-loss record?
And obviously, he has like a 170 match losing streak.
Yeah, so
right now.
he pretty much says he's been losing a lot. So Braun takes him and throws him through the wall.
Yeah.
There's like a wall
And he
area.
says, "There's your big
big break," which is hilarious.
So it's not Kurt Hawkins.
So it's not Kurt Hawkins.
Confirmed, not Kurt Hawkins. So who would you pick? Not Edge.
Elias.
No, it's not Elias. It's not Kurt Hawkins. It's not Edge. Not The Undertaker.
Not that. Oh yeah, that'd be totally unfair.
Which would be hilarious if he comes for Braun and John Cena's in the crowd, just like, what the hell? What the hell?
Being a fan.
Yeah. Which I hope they actually do. I hope he's in the crowd. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. But who do you want to be Braun's partner?
Elias.
No, someone other than Elias.
Who do I want?
Yeah,
to
who
be
would
his
you
partner?
if you could decide?
I don't don't know. I really don't care.
You do care.
Is Bray?
I feel like Elias would be funny.
It would, but it's
He
not
would
going to happen.
Destroy him after.
Is Bray confirmed for the Battle Royal?
I think so, more or less. You probably have a hand in Matt Hardy probably winning that.
Okay, because I was thinking that maybe Braun at the last minute, since he needs a tag partner, he scrambles to find Bray and be like, "Hey, we used to be part of the Wyatt family together."
I know
Why
the
don't we
name
team up
I'm
again?
seeing a lot is Samoa Joe.
Which would be cool.
So
I mean, Samoa Joe I think he's recently been cleared, right?
He was backstage on Monday.
Yeah, so I
All
think
hands are on deck now.
that could be interesting. But yeah, but what's gonna happen? Is that gonna start Braun Strowman Samoa Joe program?
I'm assuming it'll probably play into that at some point because they're two. I don't know. Those are two guys that don't really need help, more or less. But
No.
we'll see. After that, we got our favorite, Chris's favorite, Goldust. A quick promo from him. Talking about the Andre the Giant
Skip
Battle
that.
Royal and how he's going to win. We'll go quick. Oh, my God. But Matt Hardy, another promo for him, jumps in. He says, Dust of Gold, you have to wait. You will not have to wait. You were scheduled for deletion. So they had a match, and Matt Hardy won that match.
Yeah,
So
rightfully so.
good for him, Matt Hardy. Will
If
be
he
in
lo-
the Battle
if he
Royal.
lost, oh my God.
Matt Hardy will be in the Battle Royal, so will Goldust.
Do you
After
think,
this,
do you think this is the last moment we'll see Goldust as the Battle Royal? Do you think
Hopefully.
he walks out?
no, I think
Not
he's,
winning,
He's
but
got
I'm
a
saying.
few. He's got a few years left.
Oh,
But I'm saying,
really?
what
he
if
loves to wrestle.
Yeah, but what if it's like, okay, this is my last WrestleMania moment, and he goes and teams with Cody?
Nah, it's not
No.
gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Why?
Cody doesn't need a team. Bullet Club is fine. No, it's not. So after this, we had an iPhone promo from Alexa Bliss and Mickey James.
Gotta love the iPhone promos.
Pretty controversial. They're doubling down on the body shaming. We don't have by the way, we don't have our women's correspondent today. She's there, over there, but
Yeah.
not talking. That's okay.
Yeah.
We don't want her opinion anyway, right?
No, we do not.
Just kidding. She'll be back at some point. I guess she didn't want to talk tonight. But we had an iPhone promo, and the buzzword here was blubber. Lots of blubber talk with those words popping up on the screen. Purple words about blubber.
Does WWE not learn their lessons with stuff like this? Like they it's so funny because they're these advocates for really good organizations, and yet they're referring to a bigger woman and saying blubber a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I understand
Yeah.
because everyone remembers, and this is funny because Alexa Bliss is tagged with Mickey James, but one of the worst things in women's wrestling history was the Piggy James storyline with Michelle McCool. And yet they are repeating this again
Yes.
with Nia Jax.
Indeed.
And it's
Piggy
ridiculous.
James?
Yeah.
Piggy
It
James.
was a big thing with Michelle McCool. And they were having a really, really good start. And it was getting really interesting. And then Michelle McCool brought out the Piggy James, and everything just crashed. Everyone was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. That match will be on the main
It's a
show
good
too.
nickname.
So we'll see. Who do you think's gonna win? Well, we'll talk about it in our predictions. We won't say who's gonna win yet.
Absolutely.
After this, we got some John Cena action. Obviously, he wants the Undertaker at WrestleMania. We know that very well. He's trying everything, calling him out on Instagram. Well, and the only way John Cena can, he just posts random pictures and lets us think what he's talking about, because he's never ever captioned something on Instagram.
Oh,
Random
he's like,
pictures.
Do something. That's great.
But you know, he says he's admitted defeat. He says, I'm gonna go to WrestleMania as a fan, and I'm proud to do that. I'm looking forward to enjoying it with these people that have,
This is the most disappointing segment of the night for me, though. so
He's-
disappointed. I was so mad.
they love him
So
or they
mad.
hate him, but they've been there for him for however many years now. But so he's looking forward to it, and he says he's honored to do it. And Michael Cole. He said he talked to Michael Cole earlier in the day. He said, John, why don't you just enter the Battle Royal? Why don't you just be Braun Strowman's partner? He's like, I could do that. I could. That'd be easy. That'd be the easy way to do it. But, for years I've heard I'm holding people back. I'm holding these younger guys back. I don't want to do that anymore. That's why I called out The Undertaker, me and him, two larger-than-life characters at WrestleMania, not holding anyone back, which you could argue. Maybe they still are.
That's a smidge.
Maybe they
They'll
still are.
overshadow like 5 matches by
Yeah,
doing
but
that.
he said he doesn't want to be accused of that anymore. That's why. So he said, "This is my last ditch effort. I want the Undertaker," and that's not going to happen. He's not accepting my challenge. He's I don't know. He's just disappointing everyone more or less. But he's like I said, he's damn proud to go to WrestleMania as a fan because he gets to watch people like Finn and Seth Rollins in the Intercontinental title match. Daniel Bryan, who fought for 3 years to get this moment, and now he gets it. AJ Styles, the best wrestler on the planet, he says. So good for AJ. John Cena acknowledged that. He's happy to celebrate Rusev Day. Got a lot of Rusev Day chants for that. Elias and all the women's matches. He's excited. So he put everyone over.
Yep.
Good job, John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
But he says he has to apologize, not for himself, but for the Undertaker. He wants to apologize to all the fans because the Undertaker disappointed them. He's robbing them of this moment. But he says, wait, we haven't tried one thing yet. We've tried this everywhere else. But Atlanta, summon the Undertaker, and they start going nuts. Doesn't work. No Undertaker.
Which pissed me off.
No Undertaker.
Pissed me off a lot.
Why, Alex?
Because, again, I like to get at least one big surprise or one big thing happening before Mania so I can get excited. But not like I'm not excited for WrestleMania, but I want to be super excited. I was talking to one of my friends recently, and he said this is one of the few WrestleManias where you're not excited weeks before it. I'm excited.
I've been
it's
excited.
a stat card. But I'm saying he said that
The second Shinsuke said AJ Styles at Royal Rumble, I've been excited.
I've been excited. But I'm saying usually, like if we learned Braun's tag partner, that gets some hype going into WrestleMania. If Undertaker came out, it gets a lot of hype. So I was really disappointed that they didn't have that for Raw this week, especially with Undertaker. A lot of people were thinking he's going to show up eventually. A lot of people who were in Atlanta are buying tickets to see Undertaker show up.
It's true.
And then their night gets kind of, not ruined because it was a solid night, but their night ended a little disappointing because you pay money to try to get the Undertaker to come out, and he doesn't come out. That was just annoying to me because I would like getting at least one super exciting thing on Mania because then I get really, really pumped and really into it.
Okay. Chris, you like The Undertaker? You always talk about him. How'd you feel that we didn't get him on Monday?
I still feel like he's gonna.
No, he'll be there.
Yeah.
No,
He'll be
he's
there.
gonna be there.
So I wasn't disappointed. Like I was. Everyone kept saying he was gonna come out this week, so I was kind of expecting it, but he didn't, and I was like, oh, okay. So he's just gonna show up in the ring at WrestleMania.
Which
We
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Well, actually, everyone I talked to is convinced that he's coming back as an American Badass.
He is.
Yeah, because Cena referenced it actually in the promo. I forgot. He said something. I thought he was going to drop a keep rolling line eventually, but he said something in the promo referencing him being the badass or something like that towards the end of his whole spiel about trying to get him to come out.
He
Something like
also
that.
said that he left his hat, The Undertaker left his hat in the ring, but
Yeah.
left his balls at home.
Yeah.
It's John Cena with the sick burn there. So yeah, no Undertaker. I'm assuming we'll see him on Sunday.
He's working out, man.
I mean, he's gotta stay
You
fit.
he's got to stay in shape,
Never know when Vince is gonna need you.
which for some reason he needs him for this WrestleMania.
So we'll see on Sunday. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Something fun will probably happen.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm looking for. I hope John Cena is literally in the crowd, like eating popcorn with people,
I hope he drinks more
Drinking a beer.
Yeah.
getting around. Then all of a sudden, Undertaker's music hits. We'll see.
What happens if they cut to Cena with the fans and then all of a sudden it hits? Does he have to now jump out of the seats and get it ready for the match?
I would imagine. We don't even know what kind of match. Is it
Yeah,
new
exactly.
DQ? Is a Hell in a Cell gonna appear? Does Undertaker have those powers to just summon random cages? We'll see.
I
We'll
thought
see.
he did.
Well, we'll see.
He's gonna bury someone alive.
No, that's not gonna happen.
No.
That should happen.
Where is it? New Orleans? I don't think that's legal there. So
I mean, it's appropriate.
after this, we get Kurt Angle and Roman backstage.
Yay.
They talk basically about what he talked about with Paul Heyman. He tells Roman just don't do anything tonight.
Just let it be.
Just wait till Sunday. But he says, as long as Brock Lesnar's here, I'm not going anywhere. And he says, if Paul Heyman says any one thing bad about me, I'm going out there or whatever. And, Kurt's like, just relax. You have the main event on Sunday. We don't want to ruin that. So Roman says, why don't you take your peace treaty and go back to the pawn shop where you sold your Olympic gold medals? So a lot of deep cuts this week
Yeah.
on people.
Was that though?
Yeah, man. That's mean. Why would you say that?
Because
American hero.
Roman is a badass.
He is. After that, Elias had a quick match with Heath Slater. He won that very quickly.
No way.
Got to keep him looking strong for The Rock on Sunday. We'll see what happens there.
I'm pumped for that.
Is the Rock? Will the Rock technically bury Elias though, like he did last time? Like
He's gonna bury him alive?
No,
You just said bury.
it meant in another wrestling term, which means that his career is going to go downhill.
I
Because
don't think so.
So he's gonna bury him alive.
Sure,
All right.
sure, Chris. Yes,
So I'm
he will
excited
bury
for
him
that.
alive.
I mean,
Smell what he's cooking.
you could say he buried Bray Wyatt, but
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt was also WWE champion after that, so
That is true.
he went into WrestleMania last
But
year as champ.
do you think Elias takes a little bit of a toll if he eats like a rock bottom and people's
No.
elbow from the Rock?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
because he's been hyping up that he's this great guy. I'm
I
not a
don't-
wrestler
I-
though.
no,
He's a
he'll be-
different
he'll
person.
be
though.
fine.
He'll be fine. But
I
I was
think he'll
wondering
be
if you guys thought that if the Rock would do that if he's going to take a little bit of a hit.
And now it's The Rock.
That's true. I think you should be honored if you eat a people's elbow from the Rock.
Exactly. So he'll be fine. We talked about Braun and Kurt Hawkins, so we
Yeah.
could go past that. There's a Nia Jax interview after this.
Pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded.
Ugh.
She says to Alexa Bliss, pretty simple, "You're nothing but an insecure little girl. I'm going to squash you like the bug you are." That was that. Very quick.
She also called her an expletive, and it bleeped it out. I forgot what she called her though.
Yeah. It was pretty vulgar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Whatever she said, it was a long bleep, and the crowd was like, "Oh wow."
Oh man.
quick and to the point.
Yep.
They'll have a match on Sunday. But that's not the last time we saw her. So after this, a tag team match. Mickie James and Alexa Bliss versus Dana Brooke and Asuka. Interesting combo there. Dana Brooke and Asuka. Actually, Dana Brooke was Asuka's first NXT match, so there's history there. So Dana Brooke started the match. That was a interesting call on their part because Asuka was pooping her pants a little bit on the ring apron because didn't look too good. Dana Brooke was kind of getting beat up.
Yeah. Thought the streak was gonna be over.
And if Dana Brooke loses, Asuka's streak is over. They've established that in the mixed match challenge
Why?
because of that she's.
She's
I don't know.
technically associated
Yes.
with the match, so
Yes.
technically she's involved.
I don't
So
know. Interesting way to go.
really
about it.
trying to property if she loses her streak ends.
But Dana Brooke eventually gets a tag on her. Then Asuka destroys Mickie James.
Destroyers.
Beats her up a lot. Knees, kicks, punches, elbows.
Yeah, she was all over.
Then gets that Asuka locked in. Mickie James taps out. But Mickie James and Alexa attack Asuka after. Dana tried to help but failed miserably. So Nia Jax comes out. Actually got a pretty big pop. People are kind of turning on their opinions on Nia Jax like I have recently. So she destroys Mickie James. Alexa Bliss narrowly escaped, however. Nia had her in her grasp, but Alexa weaseled her way out. So we'll see them go on Sunday for that women's title. So after this was our main event segment. No match, just Brock and Paul Heyman in the ring.
Yeah.
The whole tag team division and a couple other people were standing on the ramp as a human shield, I guess, in case Roman Reigns comes out. I don't know, I thought that was weird.
It was really weird.
What is that?
It's The Rock.
Is The Rock live on Instagram right now?
Yeah.
Where is he?
I found it funny
Look,
because
he's outside the Staples Center,
Oh,
so
he's
he's
in
in
LA. So he's not in New Orleans. Update.
we were literally just talking about The Rock, and it popped up on my feed.
He's
Yeah.
promoting his movie Rampage. I guess
Yeah.
they're doing their red carpet event today, so he's in LA.
Here we go.
So he's not in New Orleans. Breaking news.
No.
He's not
Breaking news.
so far not confirmed for WrestleMania. He's in LA. Probably be in New York at some point this week too.
Yes.
If he's in LA.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe he'll be in New Orleans. That's also a big city.
Yeah.
So
That would be dope.
I'm sure he will. He's been on 6 of the last 7 WrestleManias
Good.
in some capacity. So
He deserves it.
Is
whether
he
it be a
flamethrowing
match-
his name this year
oh,
again?
I hope so.
Oh, that was
I
great.
hope he sets the whole place on fire, and then the giant gorilla saves everyone.
What if he shoots like a cannon, like a bazooka, into like a different, like there's like the WrestleMania logo, and then there's like
Is
the
it like a
Rock.
guided Fortnite missile?
Oh,
Yes,
dude.
guided
missile?
Fortnite.
Does he
into-
jump on it?
No, he shoots it and then it hits the Rock logo
Oh,
next to
and
WrestleMania.
okay.
And it catches
That'd
fire.
be cool.
He should definitely.
Is that
blow
where
up
all the
that
pyro
logo.
budget went?
What?
That's where all the pyro budget went
Yes.
when they stopped using it?
Yeah.
Totally tear up that logo, and then it'll be like The Rock.
So what if he shoots it at the logo, blows up, and underneath it it just says The Rock, and it catches on
There we
fire?
go. Then I'd be like,
And
oh,
then
that's
he-
why they made such a
And then
shitty
he
logo.
announces he bought WWE. What if he did that? I'm sure he has enough money.
He
at this
probably
point.
does. Vince wants to fund the XFL. he could probably buy the WWE.
But yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah, Kurt. Not Kurt. Paul Heyman says 4 years ago, 5 years ago at this point, I was standing in this very ring saying how Brock Lesnar would beat Undertaker
Yawn.
and end his streak. And that ended up happening. So people need to listen to what he's saying. And he says on Sunday he's going to F5 Roman Reigns and pin him and keep that champion. This isn't a prediction. This is a spoiler for everyone that's going to watch on Sunday.
Oh, man.
And he says if for somehow that however % chance Roman Reigns does somehow win, that this will be the last time you see them on Raw.
So there you go.
We will say our goodbye.
We have it.
I'll say my goodbye on Twitter or social media, and Brock Lesnar will say his goodbye in a UFC octagon. So,
Roman has won.
Yep, pretty much.
so the truth, he says, the truth about Roman Reigns is that he is Brock Lesnar's bitch.
Yes, that's very true.
And if you remember, Roman Reigns said if he says anything bad about him, he's coming out. So Roman Reigns' music hits. He's quick. He teleported
always
to
quick.
the ramp. Have to imagine he probably wasn't waiting at the.
Was
at
he wearing
the
his
entrance.
vest?
Yes, he was.
That's
He
why.
had his vest on today, and that came into play. Maybe our theory is being substantiated here. We'll see. So obviously there was a human wall at the ramp, and Roman, he says to him, he's like, "You're gonna let this part-time bastard tell you what to do?" And they think about it for a second,
Then they part.
and they chant, "Let him through, let him through." So they let him through. There's actually "Let's go Roman" chants, so maybe this is working.
Oh my god.
Maybe he's finally.
The plan has finally
They
worked.
were slightly high pitched, so maybe it's still just the women and the children, but we'll see. Women, do you like Roman Reigns? Yes. You don't know who that is.
Yeah, my girlfriend there, she doesn't know who
So
Roman
you
Reigns
don't.
is.
Do you know who Brock Lesnar is? I don't know. I thought you would know who that is. Okay, but at least one woman said she liked Roman. Is it because of his blue eyes?
Probably think of the Gladiators.
Is it his eyes?
I'm
You don't
pretty
know.
sure I showed a picture to Sid at some point,
She said, I don't know.
but
I'm gonna say it's the eyes. He does have nice eyes.
I think Sid's gonna say no.
That's okay. We don't have to like Roman. He's
Yeah.
The Rock's cousin. Do you like The Rock?
No, she doesn't like The Rock.
Wow.
She-
Wow.
She doesn't like that. I guess The Rock and Roman, like the two
I think
biggest
you're
of
the
this
only
one.
person on planet Earth that doesn't like The Rock. Damn. Jumanji?
Okay, that movie was good.
She liked Jumanji.
She did like him.
What about Gridiron Gang?
I don't think she's seen that movie.
Pretty
yet.
solid movie.
Eventually,
Tooth Fairy?
we'll go through the good Rock catalog. I think
Have you
she's
seen The Tooth Fairy? That's a great movie.
I think
That's his best movie. Scorpion King.
I think she's seen like most of the bad Rock itinerary movies.
I didn't know there was any. of
There
those.
isn't a bad rock movie.
Yeah, we
Fast
talked
and the
about it.
Furious 14. You seen that one? No?
They're soon. That's like what? That's coming out like next year, right?
What else has he been in? Oh, Moana. That's his movie.
Can't stand that anymore.
You don't. Ah.
She liked
Great
it at
movie.
first, and then she had to babysit, and
All I
she
can
had to
say
see the
is
movie,
you're
like,
welcome.
45 minutes. Like she had to see it like 45 times.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, back to
I liked
the.
when he turned into the shark. That was a good part. That's a great movie. If I have to watch a Disney movie with my niece, I'm like, put Moana on. I don't want to watch Frozen. Put Moana. That's a good movie. Moana's a damn good movie. Won an Oscar, so that confirms it right there. But Roman goes in the ring now that we're talking about this turned into a Disney Pixar podcast. Brock gets out. He's like, I'm not dealing with that. But second guesses, grabs a chair, gets back in that ring. But it's Superman punches on the spam. He had finisher spam. 5 Superman punches to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar sold them like he got shot. He was flailing around.
Dude, you got Superman punch.
Looked like when he fought Cain Velasquez and got launched across the ring by a punch, and like disco danced his way back up to his feet. But Roman picks up the title, holds it high, crowd pops again. Probably just the women and children. Where we have a focus group here, it's 50-50. But Brock gets up, hits that F5. Brock stands tall.
Of course.
To end Raw.
I mean, the only
Last
reason,
time he's standing tall.
The only reason Brock is going to lose this match is because he doesn't want to be in WWE. If he wanted to, he'd win.
Some would agree with that logic. So you're saying you think this is it? Will be his last match?
Yeah.
He won't come back for a rematch?
No, he's going to go to UFC. He's going to make that money.
Again, I think he makes more money in
He makes more money, but he makes more money, obviously, probably in WWE with his contract, but he has to make appearances. UFC, he makes pretty much a similar amount, but it's one fight. That's what I'm saying.
But you have media, you have your
weigh-ins.
weigh-ins.
I'm not saying
he's still making appearances.
Yeah, he's still making appearances, but I don't think he has to make the level of WWE appearances,
even
though that's like very slim at best.
He says he's going to go to UFC every time his contract comes up to get more money, so we'll see.
So,
I don't know.
I think in this instance he's gonna at least walk away for a little bit.
If I'm Vince, I think I don't need Brock Lesnar anymore at this point. When your roster is as big as it's like Brock Lesnar literally slowed down the Raw roster for a year being champion because they were getting to this match. So when you have Finn Balor, Seth Rollins,
Roman,
Samoa Joe, Braun.
Those
are
mix.
5 guys right there that could, even Dean Ambrose when he comes back, they could all be Universal Champion. That's before they shake up the roster, so you never know who's going to come to Raw and who's going to leave. So, I don't know. I think obviously Roman is going to win on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's the lock of the night, unless there's a botch and someone messes up and loses their job, and because that's a pretty big mess up. I don't think you can just pretend that one didn't happen.
Yeah,
so.
True.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of people aren't, but I'm excited for that match. Are you guys looking forward to it?
It's going to be finisher spam.
That's the best way to do it with Brock.
Yeah.
How long do you think it'll be? How many minutes? How many do you think they'll get?
45.
No way.
55.
Probably like 20. They'll probably get a solid 20.
Yeah, I'm going to say 18.
18
minutes.
It's finisher spam for 18 minutes. Roman goes up.
Brock and Goldberg
what was the last
like
one?
10
that
minutes.
One was like really long.
Yeah, he said this. It was 6 people.
Yeah,
and 6 people that like have
that could yeah.
Brock's matches are he like destroys people
and then turns purple, and then like 5 minutes later gets the pin.
Yeah, he was creepy.
Yeah, so
very creepy.
That was Raw.
Yeah,
it was Raw.
It was all right. Obviously not the best go home ever.
No.
Not as bad as the Tug of War. So
improvement.
Improvement. Improvement over the last time they ended the Raw before WrestleMania. So we'll see what happened on Sunday.
Yeah,
you guys could see with us on Twitch, 3MP Wrestling.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, hit the follow button. Make sure you turn on the notifications. Let us know when we're live.
Follow us on everything, social media. You heard it before.
Please.
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Best
We're on
way
there
to get
now.
go subscribe. Everyone that has iPhone, iTunes.
Get your phones out if you have Apple and find us. And
talking to everyone in this room. Subscribe. Anyone that has an iPhone, subscribe. Review. Tell us what you think. 5-star rating.
Do you really need an iPhone to use Apple Podcasts?
On the phone you do.
Yeah, on the phone you do, yeah.
You just can't. Wow.
You can't do it on Android.
Flaw.
Well, no, you could go on like a browser, but I'm saying you need for the app, you need the phone.
That's why we have YouTube, SoundCloud, and every other platform.
Exactly. So, go listen to us you're obviously listening to us. So thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We love you.
We'll
go
see you
follow
guys
us
next
on
time.
all of our stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on Sunday.
Adios.
And Smackdown review. Go listen to that now. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the 3-Man Wrestling Podcast. My name is Steven. I'm one of your hosts. I have one of our other hosts here, Chris.
What's up, yo?
And the third head of our Cerberus here is not here. He had to go to work. He works overnight, so he is on a bus right now, I would assume, to go to New York City to work. So.
Knowing him, he probably missed it. Shout out to you, Alex.
But don't worry. We have our female wrestling correspondent here, Katie, to fill in.
Hi guys.
So she's going to talk about everything this week. So we'll see
You know
how
what
that
she's not
goes.
going to do? Be detailed and answer the why questions.
Why?
Exactly. All right.
Anyway, we're going to talk about
pounding.
some Smackdown. Smackdown before WrestleMania. If you haven't listened to our Raw episode yet, go listen to that. We talked about the Raw Go Home, some Roman Reigns, some Braun Strowman, but this episode we're going to talk about Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon,
Shane McMahon.
and AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. But
No, we don't care about those people anymore.
But Daniel Bryan opened the show this week.
We only care about Daniel Bryan because look at his beard. If you guys have you seen his beard?
I've
He's
seen
looking
it.
good.
It's amazing, and his hair. It's like AJ who, you know?
But he does say that Shane McMahon is in the building. He is here, and he comes out.
And they hug it out.
Shane, hold on, we didn't get there yet.
No, dude, I'm jumping the gun on this. They hug it out, and that made me happy. When someone was like, "Hey,
But
I'm not gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna hug it out," you know it's a good match. You
Um,
know it's a good team. You're gonna win. You know it.
There it is.
I want to talk about what happened to Shane.
Yeah,
Shane
bromance.
announced he had diverticulitis,
We don't care what that is.
an umbilical hernia, and a staph infection. So Kevin Owens and
Yeah.
Sami Zayn really jacked him up on their attack.
Dude, look when he gets up on the whatever thing, the corner of the ring. What do you call that? I forgot. The
Turnbuckle.
turnbuckle, and he's like, yeah, and they kept going for it. Oh, dude, there was one match. I think it was the last match. Was it Rusev?
No.
Yeah. Ginger, and yeah, whatever, and what? Oh my God, they kept focusing on like the worst, like.
Can we talk about Daniel Bryan and Shane?
They focused on like he kept like fake hitting him, and they wouldn't move the camera angle. It was really
Okay,
annoying.
well, let's talk about how
It was terrible, dude.
Daniel Bryan.
Why did they
We
do
could
that?
talk about them in a minute. Or was that
Why?
last week? That was last week, right? No, that was this week.
It was this week.
No. So we're going to talk about how Daniel Bryan acknowledged his mistakes regarding
Of course.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He apologized to Shane. Shane says, I may have
Shane
been,
is McMahon.
I may have been a bit stubborn. And Daniel Bryan goes, "A McMahon was stubborn? No."
No way.
So,
Wait, are they actually stubborn though?
yes.
Why?
Why do you
You
think
met
Daniel
Stephanie?
Bryan? Why do you think
Ooh.
Daniel Bryan couldn't wrestle for 2
Stephanie?
years?
No.
Anyway, so Daniel Bryan says there's only one way to mend this fence. We have to hug.
I told you. We already talked about this.
I know, but that was a
We literally
callback.
just talked about the bromance.
That was a callback to Team Hell No, him and Kane. So that was fun.
Hell no.
But Shane says he's not much of a hugger. In the past, he has said that Vince McMahon very rarely hugged him when he was a kid.
He did
So-
other stuff to him. Worked him out.
But they hug it out. They embraced.
They embraced it.
Made me feel nice. Made me
I
nice
know.
and
Made
warm.
everyone feel nice, right?
It was a nice moment. It looked it looked genuine. They seemed to be excited to team up on Sunday. And he says that they're on the same page. It's bad news for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So that was that.
That was that.
They hugged.
They hugged.
Made us all feel nice.
Made us feel warm.
Are you guys excited for the match on
I
Sunday?
am so pumped.
Very excited.
Now that I saw what Shane McMahon wears in casual clothing, I'm just.
He wears a different
I-
pair of shoes every week.
I can't even. He reminds me of Victor. That's an inside joke. But anyway, I can't even picture his wrestling attire. It's gonna be so whacked, bro.
So whacked.
So whacked.
He usually wears like a baseball jersey, a custom baseball
That's
jersey.
even better.
They'll have WrestleMania 34 on the
Oh,
back.
dude, that is so
A
dope.
dollar sign is somewhere.
Yeah.
on it.
Sounds right. You know, McMahon made him money, and then you have Daniel Bryan. He's probably just gonna go shirtless with his beard and hair flowing everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that. And I wish more people did that. Is he gonna have the wet look though?
What do you mean? Is his hair gonna be wet?
Yeah, I hate that.
Mm,
I hate when,
Not
like-
usually.
Like, who's that guy who's balding that like looks stupid? with
Baron
his...
Corbin.
Yeah, he like has his little wet, like straggly hair running around. I'm like, dude, I get it. Long hair is great, but just get rid of it now. I'm tired of it.
You think he should be bald?
Yeah, I think it would look better on him right
You
now.
think he'd look good bald?
I think yeah, it's better than when he has the skullet now. I'm sorry, dude. The wet little skullet is not working for him.
It's not working.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't. You know who else?
he's hanging on.
Who always just looks like he just like got drowned or whatever? Roman Reigns. That guy too.
Seth Rollins
Always.
comes out with one hair striped across his face.
Well, that's a designer look. The makeup artists see him beforehand. They're like, wait, the one string.
Those two love the wet hair.
Anyway, let's talk about some Charlotte versus Natalia. How about that?
Absolutely.
They had another solid match. They had
Did
a good match a couple weeks ago as well. They did a lot of chain wrestling on this one.
Looks like she just kept getting thrown into a turnbuckle. I feel like that's what the match was all about. And then the other one's like, wait, I'm going to kick you. And then you're like, oh, wow, is she going to turn that back on her? And she did. So, that's kind of how the match went. It was, it wasn't like...
Tell us more.
Like, you weren't surprised. You weren't shocked.
Well,
you
no
weren't
one
like,
was surprised
yeah.
that Charlotte would win.
It's just kind of just like a filler fight, before WrestleMania.
I mean,
That's what you expected.
But Charlotte goes for a moonsault at one point, her patented moonsault.
She's so not agile.
Natalia gets her knees up, and what do you know? Carmella's music hits. She runs out with the referee in her briefcase. She goes to hand it to the referee, and Charlotte literally punts the briefcase out of the ring, which was it was really cool. We get another cash-in tease from Charlotte from Carmella rather on Charlotte. After that, Natalia went for a roll up, and she failed. So Charlotte kicked out, got the figure 8, and that was it.
No way. She kicked out?
Natalia tapped out.
Did you know that was going to happen? Did you, our female correspondent, did you expect that to happen?
did I expect Charlotte to win?
Yeah.
Yes. Why would she lose the week before WrestleMania?
Exactly. This fight is worthless. Match. I'm sorry.
But I love those two.
After that, Asuka comes out.
And you don't find that mask creepy at all.
No, I
that
love
mask
me
is
some
not
Asuka.
creeping you out. It's not making you
It
awkward.
literally is nothing.
It's green goo.
It's
dot.
paint.
It scares me and Alex.
Babies.
No, we're man.
Why?
Oh, man.
About it.
But Asuka says that the queen will bow down to the Empress.
Oh, you understood that. Okay. Cool.
And she goes to say you're not ready for Asuka, but Charlotte says, I am ready.
Yeah.
Are you ready? And then they kind of just stood there and stared at each other kind of awkwardly, and that was that.
Yeah. I felt like Shinsuke took the mic for a while, and I was like, what? They're both coming out. Now, if they ever do that when they like start mixing like, men and women fights and all that, Shinsuke and Asuka, they got together, I'll be a dominant force.
They probably would.
I don't know who can beat
No
that.
one will understand each other.
I mean, maybe The Rock and Jax. Oh, yeah. I feel like
They're
would. Right?
cousins.
Yeah, that's why I said that. Okay, thanks. I know things.
Why wouldn't Nia just go with Roman?
Why would she do that?
Because they're cousins.
He's not The Rock, though. That's the
But
problem.
he's Roman Reigns.
He's not The
Nia's
Rock.
relationship is like distant though, isn't it?
Yeah, but with The Rock was like, hey, I want to wrestle with you. You do it. I
Does
don't
he
like
sound
him
like
Southern.
I don't
could.
think he sounds like that.
Here's Mr. Bathrobe. Bobby Roode.
Yeah, so we got Rusev versus Jinder Mahal in a match.
Because that was great.
Bobby Roode was on commentary.
So we
also
needed that.
will be in the match on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Before the match, we had a Sunil Singh and a little sing-off between him and Aiden English as Jinder and Rusev made their entrances.
Yeah, dude. You're going to see the worst freaking knee ever. Over and over, and they don't change the angle. It's terrible, this fight. If you guys want to watch it, go find a highlight or whatever of it. It's so bad. I don't know why. Like, they move the camera angles real fast. They literally just left it on there, and then they didn't do it. The guy forgot to move, forgot to pan or anything. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, so this match, they're former tag team, Rusev and Jinder.
You like Rusev?
I love Rusev.
Why?
I like
He's
Rusev.
great.
Why?
He's fun. He's charismatic.
Why is he fun?
He's a hoss.
What does he do that's fun?
Rusev Day.
That's it?
It's Rusev Day.
All right, so you think he's fun because of Rusev Day?
Yes.
Okay.
He's killing it in merch sales right now. Everyone loves Rusev.
That's why you like him, because of merch sales?
No, I'm just saying.
That's what I go
a lot
for,
of people
actually.
like him.
Usually I go, like, when I base my,
John Cena.
yeah, I go for merch sales. He was on a cereal box. He's a winner. That's why I like The Rock. He's in movies. He wins. Like, good movies.
Triple H is in movies.
Yeah, you don't know who that is. But the point of the story is you go with the success rate. And I
Miz
like
is
what he
in-
did. He went for the merch sales for Rusev.
The Miz is in movies. You don't like The Miz.
Yeah, but not good movies. That's the important
Is
part.
John Cena in good movies?
Yeah. What's that movie that's really bad but good? It's The Marine. That's like The Room. You know, it's the same equivalent. It just has more blood.
John Cena's in that animated movie.
Yeah, but come on.
Anyway, Jinder on the other hand.
Why don't you
boo.
like him?
I love Jinder.
Don't like
Jinder's
him.
great too.
No,
Is it because it's like the gender route?
The what?
he's not a bad wrestler. Just don't like
He's
him.
not
But
a
he's
great
not fun.
wrestler though.
You don't
I
like
never
his
said
merch
he was
sales.
amazing.
I
just
know,
said
but
he's not
I
bad.
just like his
Oh.
his character.
See, I don't.
He's entertaining.
Why though? What makes him entertaining? Because he
I
looks
don't
like the
know.
Great Khali.
He no, he owns it, man. He owns the gimmick. He looks good in a suit. He was champion for 6 months, so he's legit.
Oh, 6 months makes you legit.
That's a long
So
reign,
what, how many
man.
months do you have to have it to be legit?
3 or 4,
All right, so he doubled that almost.
almost.
Yeah.
That's half of what Brock Lesnar
Is
had
it now? Is that your personal opinion, or is that like a known fact? Like 6 months, you're legit.
That's my personal opinion.
All right. How about you, female correspondent? Is it different for women?
I mean, I don't think time, in my opinion, has to do with legit. If it's like less than a week, then
Do you think Sasha
Not.
Banks is a legit champion?
I don't like Sasha Banks.
But that doesn't answer my
So
question.
no.
No, exactly. She held her belt for like 40 days combined, and she has 4 titles.
Exactly.
Okay. So do merch sales have any part of this?
No.
Okay. At least we got that. Steven, you're up.
Anyway, Rusev won the match with the Machka kick to Rusev. But after that, Randy Orton comes out of nowhere, RKO,
Dude, that was beautiful.
RKO to Rusev,
I was looking forward to that all match.
and then he hits another one on Aiden English.
Yep.
Rude comes in the ring. He doesn't get an RKO. They fight
Great.
over.
I thought he gave it to him. He's like, here you go.
Well, no, they kind of they tugged at it a bit, but then Rude gives him the belt back.
Dude, they always tug at it, but you know, like one of them eventually gives up. Like one of them has to give up the belt. You know how it works.
Oh, Chris.
All right. So next match.
We had the New Day backstage.
I gotta say those shirts are fly.
They kind of just did like a network ad
Yeah, look at that.
advertising.
They were pulling out iPads and iMacs from their pants.
Yeah, Big E pulled an iPad out of his pants. I don't even know how he held it in there.
And Steven was talking about marketing. What better marketing
Hey man,
is that?
the New Day sells a lot of merch.
Exactly. And they're fun. And they're on Slime Time Live.
What?
The Slime Awards for Nickelodeon.
Kids' Choice Awards?
Yeah, Slime Time Live. That used to be a thing, right? Oh, okay. So yeah, I think they're great. I used to not care for them. I thought they were annoying, and then I love the pancake thing. I was like, oh my god, it's hilarious.
The pancakes are fun.
Yeah.
But the
now they're
Usos-
great.
The Usos kind of just randomly
Yeah, they ruined it.
crawled into
I used to
the-
like them.
You don't
no
like
more.
them anymore?
I don't know. They're not doing anything for me.
Yeah, they came in. They talked about their penitentiary and how you could get the WWE Network for free this month
Yeah.
to watch WrestleMania. And then the Bludgeon Brothers showed up.
Oh, dude, they brought out the sledgehammers.
They did. They had this. They sledgehammered what's it called? A camera, and that ended that. So that was bizarre. It's not exactly how I would go into WrestleMania with that match. Just like a network advertisement.
It was very silly.
It was silly.
But you know what was the worst match of the night?
What's that?
This match.
Oh,
with
you want
my
to talk about the
boys.
tag team match?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
We can talk about the tag team match. This was basically just like a hype up thing for the
For
Andre
who?
the Giant Battle Royal.
This hyped you up?
No, it didn't. I'm not saying it hyped me up.
Okay.
It just was like a hype thing. Like it had all of them are in the what's it called, the Battle Royal. So it's kind of just like, hey, check out the pre-show on Sunday, so you can see all these guys you kind of don't care about but have to because
Yeah. It's basically as Alex said, Alex is not here, so if you want, Katie, you want to say his famous saying? This is when you get your taco stand.
well, no, you don't do that early. It's might be the
Bathroom
first
break.
match.
Yeah, well, you're pre-gaming in the parking lot. You know, you go inside and you're like, oh, wait, it's this. I'm going to go pee now. That's how it works. Because people pre-game all day for these things.
That's true.
They get their Bud Lights, they get the grills, and they're ready to go. WrestleMania.
Have you ever been
New
to
Orleans.
WrestleMania?
Yes. Actually, I've been to the past 12. I missed the last 2 years.
So that wouldn't
That wouldn't
be
be the past 12.
if you missed-
Exactly in my mind. So, yeah, I just couldn't make it after a while.
Yeah, this match pitted the Fashion Police Ty Dillinger, and Zack Ryder against Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, Mojo Rawley, and Primo. Obviously,
Who is that?
exactly. He kind of just showed up out of
I
nowhere.
feel
He
like it
hasn't
was
been on
just
TV in
random
months.
colors and then Corbin in black, and he's like, "Why am I here?"
Mojo Rawley won the Battle Royal last year and proceeded to do nothing in the last year. So,
With the help of Gronkowski.
yeah, Gronkowski helped him
Gronkowski.
eliminate Jinder to finish
Came
that
in,
match.
twitched a
So
little
if he
bit.
came into the league, Gronkowski, how where would he
In the
be?
WWE, you mean?
Yeah, where would he be?
Where would he be?
Yeah, tier level. Is he just gonna keep winning? Is he gonna be like the fall guy, the pretty boy? What is he gonna be? Is he gonna be the Patriot? Is that gonna be his like image? Is he gonna come out to like cannons going and everything?
He wouldn't really strike me as a patriot, other than the fact he's on the team.
Dude, he's so American.
Kind of just
He's like the
parties.
quintessential American.
Likes he's stupid
No, he's just like Gronkowski,
and likes
bro.
to say 69 a lot.
That's so American.
I mean, yeah, it is. Yeah, Mojo Rawley won last year, so they talked about that a lot. I don't know. They threw each other over the ropes a lot. Again, it was to hype each other. No, just hype everyone up for this match that no one's really hyped up for. So, Baron Corbin won the match though for his team. He pinned Fandango.
Of course he did.
Fandango.
He has
sorry.
the
You
skull.
like him.
Because he has the skull, dude. Of course he's gonna win. Out of all those guys in those like rainbow colored pants, and you have the guy in black with the skullet, you know he's gonna win. You know he's gonna take the mega pin.
Yeah, he wins for his team with the End of Days.
You guys surprised?
I mean, no.
Exactly.
I assume
You know
he would
why?
probably
'Cause he
win,
had a
him or
skullet.
Ziggler. And after the match, he goes up to the trophy, the Andre the Giant trophy. Obviously, he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal a couple of years ago, so he's looking to become the first ever two-time winner.
Does he get like a year supply of canned goods, or does he get like I don't know? How long does he hold the title for? Is that how long he gets the canned goods
Are you
for?
talking about the Green Giant again, Chris?
Yeah, that's what.
If he can hold
what
it
it's
to
about.
the can sale,
Why do you
he
think?
gets them all.
Exactly, ShopRite. Shout out, sponsor us. But no, that's exactly what the Green Giant was based on. It was about Andre the Giant, and then they just made him green. Make it more
I
like.
feel
Hulk.
like don't quote me. I'm pretty sure that the Green Giant existed before Andre the Giant.
No.
I feel like there's a different story behind it.
I don't think so.
Let's see when
and
the
I think
Green
you're
Giant
wrong.
was established.
Why?
This will be edited out, and we're gonna go and talk about this
No, we're
terrible
not. We're
match
gonna
right
find
now.
out when the Green Giant
Oh my gosh.
year.
Oh, you know who Sami Zayn looks like actually?
Who?
Seth Rogen.
A little bit.
I
Then Seth
couldn't
Rogen.
think of it.
All right, so the Green Giant Company was founded in 1903, so
Yeah.
that's definitely before Andre the Giant.
What are you talking about? How do you think he got so big? He started at an early age.
He's just
No, it's
super old.
because he had gigantism, and that's
Back in the 1800s, you had to do everything yourself, manual labor.
It was not the 1800s.
Exactly. That's when Andre
This was
came
the
around.
70s.
No, he's saying Andre was born in the
Yeah,
1800s.
so that's how he got his strength, and he, grew obviously until the giant he was. And they saw it back in 1903. They saw what he was going to be. They're like, we gotta, capitalize on this. That's why they weren't
So
paying
you're
him that
saying
much
Andre
money.
the Giant was almost 200?
They
like,
hit his age.
years old.
so
Yeah,
the
why do you
story
think
makes
he
sense.
died at so early in his career?
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Is this what you think about in your free time?
It's my podcast time.
You confused me.
Ah,
But no, the Green Giant and Andre the Giant have no relation.
I mean, that's just a hypothesis.
A what?
Hypothesis.
A hypothesis?
Oh.
No, they have no relation. I'm sorry, sir.
We don't know that.
No, because no. Maybe they're distant cousins, but they're definitely not the same person. How are they the same person? Andre the Giant is not green.
They just, color schemed it. Went better with vegetables.
Why not orange?
Why would you make it a carrot?
Why not yellow?
Everyone wants to be a string pea or a green pea or, any type of green. You collard greens, you don't want to be a carrot.
Why not yellow?
Why would you want to be yellow? Why would you want to be
Corn's
corn?
the best.
No,
What's, yeah,
you look
what's
like
the most common canned vegetable?
green.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I didn't say what
Is he also related to the giant from? Is he related to the giant peach from James and the Giant Peach?
I thought about that, but no, actually.
Why?
He was inspired.
Inspired?
No. See, what happened was actually Andre the Giant became the Iron Giant in that Disney Pixar movie.
And in Ready Player One.
Yes, and now it came back. There's a resurgence. You know why?
Why?
Because WrestleMania is coming around and they're having Andre the Giant battle.
Conspiracy.
So therefore, everything is working together.
Then explain the last 4 years when there was one. Why didn't it come back then?
And this goes back to what Steven was saying, marketing. And that is what
They were
SmackDown's all
hyping it
about.
up for 4
What
years.
other giants is he potentially related to?
I mean, there's the giant star.
Hagrid?
He's not a giant.
I thought he was.
He's a dwarf. He's just like Gimli. Just the camera angles they were shooting him at made him look like a giant. Yeah, that was the issue at hand. So let's get back to SmackDown and wrestling. There was a terrible match between this dude and this other dude.
No,
and they
there was
fought a guy in red pants named
no.
Shinsuke.
No.
And then
Hold on.
some dude with
Why are you
long
going
hair
so far ahead?
started petting another dude with red pants, and he was like, "How you doing?"
No.
All right.
Next,
Steven.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn came out from the crowd, and they jumped up on the what's it called, the announce table, and they had some things to say.
I got something to say.
They said Sunday is going to be the Kevin Owens and Sami show.
Would you watch that? The Kevin
I'd watch
Sami
that.
show?
Why? You don't find them entertaining?
I think I don't know if
Kevin
I could
Owens did have a show
take, what, like a 20-minute show?
He had a talk
30-minute show?
before he was he had a talk show,
Like what?
the Kevin Owens show.
Like
He would
YouTube?
talk to wrestlers.
Like
You
on
can find
YouTube?
some on YouTube.
No, like what was the
It
format?
was a DVD. He would sell DVDs.
He sold DVDs. Was this 90s?
People would buy them.
Nah, now you gotta do it
You
on
can
YouTube.
find them online now. High
You gotta do it
spots.
on YouTube. I feel like I would watch that if they did some crazy antics like the DX kind of things, but like, you know, roll more triple X more. You know what I mean?
So you want
I want like some Vin Diesel stuff with
Vin
them.
Diesel?
Yeah, but not like true Vin Diesel. We don't want him to go and Groot on us. You never go full Groot. But you go like a little bit of the triple X vibe on it, and you know, you just kind of find full circle. Female correspondent. What do you think?
You haven't said much. Use
Yeah.
your thoughts on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I don't have pen 15 on me at the time. I'm sorry, but I feel like we can go back to Sami Zayn. Yeah, let's go there.
Yes.
Sami Zayn.
Do you like them?
Yeah. Did you watch their show?
Together? No.
Why
Why not?
not?
Because,
They complete them.
I don't know.
Because why?
Why?
I
No,
don't know.
you just said because. We need
Yeah,
a reason.
We need a reason. You don't give details. Female correspondent.
You're annoying.
I just want the truth.
I do like Kevin Owens very much.
But not together. Why?
Because I feel like Kevin Owens is better.
But they're friends.
Yeah, but they're a unit.
I mean, they're on and off friends.
No, but they've really been
No, you
best
know who's
friends
on and off
for
friends?
14
Sasha
years.
and Bailey. That is stupid.
So you don't like Sami Zayn?
No, it's not that I don't like him.
Is it because he
You
looks
kinda
like
just
Seth
said
Rogen?
you don't like him.
I said I like
You like
Kevin
Seth
Owens.
Rogen. You watched Knocked Up and
Oh my God.
like the Green Hornet.
I'm allowed to not have a reason to just not.
No, you have to have a reason.
There's
Otherwise,
usually
you're
an
not
underlying
justified in your opinion.
Yeah, you can.
I literally just said that I like
literally.
Kevin Owens
No,
better.
but why don't you like Sami Zayn?
I never said I didn't like him.
Okay, but why? But you no. You said you don't. You said you don't like people that look like Seth Rogen. Why?
Yeah, why don't you like people who
Oh
like
my
Seth
God,
Rogen?
You guys are annoying.
Is it because of the gluten-free diet he tried? You almost threw a pen.
You like
15 at
James
me.
Franco,
Yes.
but you don't like Seth Rogen.
I never.
Is it because? Is
I
it
feel like
because?
you either have to like them
Because
both or
one's
hate
more
them.
attractive than the other.
Guys.
You don't like gingers. That's why.
Is it his
we
pants?
solved it.
Is it Sami Zayn's
We
pants?
solved it.
Is it his flat cap?
I mean, no.
Anyway, they said they're not going to be sorry for what they do to Daniel Bryan or
Horrible.
to his daughter Birdie. They're not going to feel sorry when Daniel Bryan comes home after WrestleMania and isn't able to do what he
Daddy
normally would
duties.
with her. And, you know, they mock the whole dreams thing with Daniel Bryan, how he says, I forget it. I keep forgetting what exactly the thing is, but
It's okay. We all did.
Sami Zayn starts a "You deserve it" chant for them. For him, he leads it. He says that we deserve it. But then their mics get cut out. Nice. Seltzer, sponsored by Stop and Shop Seltzer.
Oh, yeah.
Their mics get cut. We haven't seen that, I think, since the pipe bomb, CM Punk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the summer of '92.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can you explain that?
What happened?
I have no idea. No idea. I just remember the famous mic incident of summer '92.
Interesting.
Yeah, we learned about it in history.
But they leave. They get escorted out by security. So after that, Daniel Bryan and Shane come out, and Daniel Bryan says, guys, take it in. This is a big moment in our history. It's the last time you'll ever see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn live on Smackdown, right? Because they're gonna lose on Sunday and they'll get fired. But they also sing the na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye to them. So that was that. Quick little interaction between the two. Sami Zayn yelled at the fans in the crowd saying, you'll see on Sunday what happens, stuff like that.
Then we had this terrible match.
No, you can't have, no.
What?
Shinsuke and AJ match is not terrible.
Against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin?
Both great wrestlers.
Oh.
Yeah, but why?
Why not?
Why?
Are you gonna
were
answer
these two
that?
Paired?
What?
Why were these two teams paired?
Because
Why?
if you've been watching, Shelton has had
Mm.
matches with Shinsuke the past couple weeks,
I get it.
and Chad Gable got involved, and they're both good wrestlers, so why not have a match? Why not give them something to do? They'll probably be in the Battle Royal also. So, but we had a main event to talk about. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus Shinsuke and AJ, as we alluded to. This just was there to further the story between AJ and Shinsuke heading into WrestleMania, how they don't want to, they want each other to be 100% going in. They want the best out of each other for the dream matchup that it's going to be on Sunday for the WWE Championship, the match we've been looking forward to since they both signed before the Royal Rumble a few years back. So, match started. We got AJ Styles chants, Shinsuke chants, dueling in the crowd, a la John Cena, and John Cena sucks chants.
Oh, man. This is the best.
So,
Was SmackDown better than Raw?
no.
Yes.
No.
Of course it was.
No, see, Naya's not on SmackDown. It's a problem.
She's right. I was wrong.
SmackDown was
Absolutely.
kind of a drag this week.
Oh, no, dude. It was great. What are you talking about?
I'm hoping after WrestleMania they kind of get a surge.
No, dude.
A little
it's
bit
gonna be
more
so much
entertaining.
better.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be so much better, hopefully.
Oh, no. No, you know what? You know why SmackDown's going to be better?
Why's that?
Because Daniel
Why?
Bryan and Sami Zayn are going to have a match.
That'd be cool.
Daniel Bryan is going to win that match.
Yeah?
Yeah, and you know what? Sami Zayn no longer around.
Wait,
I think
Are you
he
talking
just
about the tag
retired
team
Sami
match?
Zayn.
Absolutely.
yeah, if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose, they get fired. That doesn't
Yeah,
mean they have
so
to
then
leave the company.
Guess what? They're going to re-sign to another show, and it's going to be called Smackdown, and it's going to be great.
It'd be called what? Don't you mean? No, I don't know.
For
Let's talk
people who
about-
can't see us, they just looked at each other and was like, what? No, it's okay. You know what's going to happen. SmackDown's going to destroy. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
But Shinsuke and AJ have been doing the whole pat each other on the head thing.
Yeah, they're like, I want you as a pet. And the other guy's like, no.
So Shinsuke patted AJ on the head to tag in AJ at one point.
You like that?
What?
You like the petting?
I don't know. It's something.
It's something?
To
You didn't
do.
care for it? You liked it?
He loves the petting.
Okay.
All right, I like it. AJ won the match for them with the phenomenal forearm on Chad
course he did.
Gable.
They don't want no.
When he went to do it, he kind of got in Shinsuke's face. He did it in the corner. Shinsuke was standing on, kind of as like a, guess this is what's going to happen on Sunday type thing. After the match, Shelton attacked Shinsuke, but Shinsuke gets out of that predicament.
I didn't see that coming.
But AJ thought about helping. He didn't. Then he goes for does the whole thing leading up to a phenomenal forearm on Shinsuke, but instead of hitting Shinsuke, he lands right in front of him, which we know AJ is nursing a leg injury, so not sure why he's doing stuff like that and risking potentially hurting it more before Sunday, but he stops in front of Shinsuke. He pats him on the head. That's the last thing we see before WrestleMania on SmackDown. I don't know. Overall, all right show. Not the best.
It definitely wasn't as good as Raw.
No, Raw was good, but Raw was definitely better, but Raw also wasn't amazing. And SmackDown also wasn't amazing. So, kind of going into WrestleMania, not with any additional momentum, I will say. Like, obviously, everyone, I think, is pretty excited for this year.
I mean, I feel like the problem with SmackDown and Raw was that, TNA just stole its momentum going into WrestleMania. You know, TNA just came out. It had a really strong episode, with Sting and Venom. They came out of nowhere, and, everyone's like, WrestleMania, who now? And I feel that was a very big marketing problem.
Yeah, the Marvel dude.
Yeah.
First of all, TNA doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
no,
but he
TNA
wrestled
does.
Sting before it.
No, you didn't know this. TNA came back underground. All right, they got Tom Hardy, because he's a distant cousin of the Hardy brothers. So he came back, and he's Venom now in his movie. So more marketing. They're underground, and Sting, he has the same color scheme as Venom. Perfect. That's how it started. And I feel like that stole the momentum away from WrestleMania. No one cares about Brock Lesnar, the Lizard. They don't care about Roman Reigns, Mr. Vest. They don't care about that anymore. Even Undertaker's like, do I come back for this? No one's going to be watching. I feel like Undertaker wants to go underground to TNA again.
Take on the underground Venom.
Exactly. So that was my little...
Do you do drugs?
What are you talking about?
Because it sounds like you do drugs.
Not at all.
And I'm pretty sure you don't. So What the hell was that?
It was just, normal hypothesis.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't even know what TNA was
all
last
right,
week.
Steven, bring it home.
And you're the wrestling fan that didn't know Venom went underground.
Yeah, look, see? Undertaker came back and accepted John Cena's challenge.
What is that?
Yeah.
What is that from?
You didn't see this?
That's from March. When was it?
I don't know.
He comes and he tells him.
He summoned him into the ring.
They someone edited that pretty well. Because it actually looks real, but it's not.
And he's like,
that is from the other night.
You end your career.
Yeah, no, someone's good at editing.
They're getting mad views for it, though.
That definitely didn't happen.
Oh, John Cena. So soft.
Yeah. Undertaker, unless I missed something. But I know I didn't, so no, I didn't. I was at work.
Did you fall asleep?
Anyway, we're not talking about the Raw. Yeah, so no additional momentum going into Sunday, but people are excited. It's sold out, from what I understand. New Orleans is going to be packed with wrestling fans this weekend with all the shows, WrestleMania, Ring of Honor, etc. All have shows. We'll be packed in Chris's basement for our live stream.
It's going to be great.
Twitch.
Please come.
3MP Wrestling.
Please watch.
Come watch. Subscribe.
Interact.
Follow.
Do it.
Whatever the term is.
Do it.
Talk to us. Ask us questions. Enjoy the show with us. We're going to have a good time. Watch some WrestleMania. Chris's first WrestleMania. You excited?
I mean, what do you mean my first WrestleMania?
First one where you actually have some semblance of caring.
Dude, I always rooted for the Undertaker.
Okay, I'm not talking about just the Undertaker.
He's
in general, you're going to watch the whole show.
He is WrestleMania.
You're going to know what's going on.
I mean, he won't be in the years coming up.
I don't know why you say the things that you do.
Anyway, we're going to have a good time. Check out all our social media. You heard it at the beginning. Tell us what you think. Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us on there. SoundCloud. Tell us what you think. Talk to us. Give us your feedback.
So, another news, iHeartRadio went bankrupt.
Oh, wow. So we won't be putting our podcast on there.
Because they don't do podcasts. Thanks, guys, for listening. Thank you, female correspondent, for sticking in for Alex.
Thanks for subbing.
Alex had to go not be with us.
Alex will be back. You'll
hear him where his heart lies.
You'll hear him on our predictions, which I think is coming out the day after this.
We didn't do any predictions, actually.
No, we did. Our WrestleMania predictions are coming out.
Basically, everyone just said Roman Reigns is going to win.
Pretty much. It's pretty much what happened.
And then one person's like, no. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.